lack sleep, that's the same way we also have fruits for that. The same way you have your antihypertensive medication, the same way we have fruits for that, right? But why am I focusing on nurses? I'm focusing on nurses because we put in so much work, we put in so much energy, and at the end of the day, if we don't take care of ourselves, it's either we end up being sick or our quality of life might not even be what we imagined. We had a senior colleague recently that had stroke, and it took the grace of God for them not to deport her. She's currently not working. So before we get to that extent, what do you think nurses have to do, like by themselves, for them not to either have stroke or be burnt out? And this is the reason why we are introducing fruit wellness for nurses. Please, if you have your video, you can on your video. So this is the reason why we are introducing fruit wellness for nurses. And I'm going to start from the things that most nurses suffer from, especially nurses in the UK. Number one, we have stress. Stress. Stress is one thing that I know. Let me mute so that we are not distracted. Stress is one thing that I know that has, not just nurses, but generally many people, because after 12-hour shifts, what next? You sleep. Some of you might not even sleep quality sleep. So why are we bringing in fruit wellness? It is not everything medication can do. We all know some of the side effects this medication has. We also understand that even in the advanced world like UK, Canada, you might not get access to health care as fast as you want it to be, even if it's a good quality care. So do we need to leave ourselves to suffer from that kind of setting? So fruit wellness is just about using fruits to help yourself as a nurse. Some of you are also, you work in a hospital where you have patients with COVID, tuberculosis, HIV, and every other, diseases that are communicable through just touching. How do you boost your immunity? If you are stressed out, your immunity will be very low. I have nurses that are currently facing, like they are treating COVID presently now because of low immunity. So the first thing we're going to be talking about today is banana tea. So you can use the chat button because I want this to be very, very interactive. How many of you have heard of banana tea? Do you know that as a nurse, when you get back from your shift, you don't just jump into your bed like that and sleep? You don't just do that because number one, you're not even going to sleep quality sleep. Number two, you're thinking about, the next shift. Your body is already on flight and fright mode. And at the end of the day, you just find out that a young nurse is either facing hypertension or had stroke, slumped and died, or does not even know that he or she is dealing with hypertension. Before you know, the kidneys are damaged. That is because we even abroad, we don't even eat. We don't have the time to eat right. We just eat anything that comes by. So I want you to take this very, very important. The number one therapy that we're going to be talking about for stress is banana tea, banana fruit tea. How many of you know that? You're entering my video. Yeah. How many of you know that the back of your bananas, they are more powerful than your sleeping pill? The back of your bananas are more powerful than your sleeping pill. Because the back of banana contains magnesium, potassium, and a little bit of melatonin. So when you get back from work, all you just need, maybe after eating banana, just the peel of your banana, boil about 3 to 4 peels with about 500 ml of water for 10 good minutes and drink. This particular tea can help you if you have hypertension, if you don't sleep well, and if you are stressed. This tea will change how you sleep, because sleeping for 10 hours and not getting quality sleep will affect your health. So banana teas are very important. Please, if you are in the group, kindly help me to tell them to join the oh, Frederick, welcome. How are you? Welcome, my darling. Can you help me to tell them to join the Zoom, please, if they can join? Now, the next thing I'm going to be talking about, a very powerful fruit recipe that when you make, you will hardly be having flu. Your children in the UK, do you know that as nurses, one of the things that contribute to your stress is that some of you have children and your children are always coming down with cold cough. So you're always taking them to the hospital. It can contribute to the mental stress, aside from the stress that you're already dealing with at work. Someone said, you mean the dirty back of banana? Who told you the back of bananas are dirty? Who told you that the back of bananas are dirty? The back of bananas are dirty because you refuse to wash the back of your bananas. So I think you should rephrase that question and say, how do I make sure that the back of my banana is not dirty? And that leads to me now telling you that you can wash it with apple cider vinegar with water and then boil it. It's a very simple thing. You can go and research more on it. So I think you should rephrase that question. This is not time for question, actually. So I think you should rephrase that question. Mr. Nwoke, you should rephrase that question, okay? So the next thing we are going to be talking about is juice for stress. How do we make a particular kind of juice that we know that when we drink this juice, it helps you to regulate your blood pressure? Because at the end of the day, stress is one leading factor that leads to hypertension. So what combination of fruits do we think that we can make that can help us with stress? Before that, somebody distracted me. I was supposed to teach you a recipe that will boost your immunity. So please hold your questions till after the class so that I don't get distracted. So the first thing we are going to be talking about to boost both your immunity and your children's immunity is pineapple tea. If you are just joining this session, we are talking about fruit nutrition. I'm sure some of you might have been hearing it for the first time. There is power in fruits. If you want to see more of what I'm doing, you can go and Google Fruit Nurse on Google or check out my page, Fruit Clinic Nigeria. We've been on this for almost 10 years now. So when I'm speaking out of authority. I just decided to do this thing free because it's a way to give back to my colleagues. So the next thing we'll be talking about is pineapple tea. We are talking about fruit therapy. Fruit therapy is just using fruit for healing. Just the way we have nutrition therapy, we have medical therapy, massage therapy. Now, fruit therapy. So every part of your fruits is very important. Do you know that your pineapple, you can make the back of your pineapple, you wash it with apple cider vinegar and warm water with salt. You can slice your pineapple, both the back and the flesh. You boil it with a little bit of ginger, garlic, and onion. When you boil it very well for like 20 minutes, I promise you, during winter, if you drink this tea once a week or every day, you cannot come down with cold or flu. You can't come down with such. Why? Because pineapple contains bromelain. Bromelain is one enzyme. If you check most of your cough syrup, you will see it there. Pineapple are very, very high in bromelain. And that can help anything that has to do with respiratory tract. Anything that has to do with your lungs, your chest, your respiratory organ, your respiratory system. It helps you, especially for children. So while you're taking care of yourself, make sure you give it to your children to boost their immunity so that when they don't get sick, you are less stressed and you can now focus your energy on other things. Are we learning? Then the next thing we are going to be talking about is now a juice therapy. We know that we can drink apple juice. We can go and buy apple juice from Walmart. We can buy different types of juices. But do you know that there are specific kind of juices that you can use that can target stress specifically? There are particular kind of juices, and I will tell you what it contains and why it will help you for stress. Now, we're talking about stress. I'm sure you people know that stress can predispose you to so many things. We have seen nurses slump. We have seen nurses deal with so many health challenges: PCOS, fibroid, migraine, mental health. Some people think that nutrition does not have a role to play in mental health. I know how many nurses that are depressed. Aside from what they face at work, are you giving your body the right minerals to help you to produce neurotransmitters that will at least increase your serotonin level and your happy hormones for you to even be in a better mood? Some of you don't know that the food you eat can impact your mental health. So before I go there, one of the juices that I want you to be very, very, stick to, because of the impact on your heart, the impact on your general wellness, your liver, is, we call it the ABCT juice. Please write it out. The ABCT juice. ABCT. And I'll tell you what each fruit contains and what it can do for you. If you start taking this juice at least once a week, you see that you waking up and getting tired all the time. I'm sure most nurses wake up and you are just tired for no reason. You wake up and you are just tired for no reason. So I'm giving two recipes: ABCT juice recipe, and then the CMOS juice recipe. Now, the ABCT recipe contains of A for apple, B for beetroot, C for carrots or celery, and then T for turmeric. And let me tell you, you can blend this juice in large quantity and put in fridge, and you can make a quantity for 1 week. So the beetroot, because of the nitrate that it contains, it helps you to dilate your blood vessel. The iron that is there, it's super great for energy. The vitamin C. So most time when a fruit contains iron and you don't put in vitamin C, the iron will not be absorbed. That is why we are adding apple, because of the vitamin C that it contains. Then the carrots. Do you know that during sports, if you give an athlete 500 ml of carrot juice, the energy surge is super, super great. It can rise from 0 to 100. Carrots are very, very, very good. They are very, very high in carotene, lycopene, but most importantly, zinc and iron. Then why are you adding turmeric? The turmeric can just be a pinch. The turmeric is just for inflammation, which is not compulsory. But if you are taking, let's say, a medium size of beetroot, two medium size of carrot, and 1 apple, you blend it together and sieve the water. That juice, anytime you get back from work or before you go to work, you can drink this juice. They are very, very good. And they drastically help you. If you have hypertension, don't joke with this juice. Or if you're at risk for hypertension, don't joke with this juice, because it's going to change your health, your wellness journey. Then the next juice I want to be talking about, this one. You see this particular juice? If you are always weak, you must use this one. if you are always mentally fatigued, you know that there are some days we wake up, we don't want to do anything. We just work because we need to pay our bills. When you are mentally fatigued, when you are weak, when you have hypertension or diabetes or cholesterol, and I'm going to tell you why I'm recommending this juice. I call it the CMOS juice recipe. The CMOS juice recipe. And what do you need? You just need 3 ingredients. If you are diabetic, you might not really make this juice. But aside from being diabetic, every other person can benefit. What do you need from this juice? You need CMOS, you need pineapple, and you need celery. CMOS, pineapple, and celery. And I will tell you the most important ingredient in this particular juice. The most important ingredient is CMOS. How many of you have heard of CMOS? I'm sure most people might not have heard of CMOS. But CMOS is one plant that God has used to bless mankind. The human body, averagely, according to research, says it has over 102 minerals. Imagine a plant that is from the sea that has over 92. So this CMOS, it helps you to sleep well. It gives you energy. It also helps you for cholesterol. So if I were you, I will go to Google now and start reading. After this class, I will go and read about CMOS. I will tell you where to get original CMOS because they have plenty fake. We have so many fake. Celery, you can get it in any of the fruit store in UK. But you see that CMOS, if you know that you have low energy, if you know you always deal with anxiety, you know, there are some days you wake up, you are just anxious because, of course, the workplace, we have its own stress, bills and everything. CMOS will help you. And now that winter is coming, because of winter, you're not going to have a lot of vitamin D. So the risk of depression is going to be high. CMOS contain vitamin D, zinc, iron, magnesium, manganese, cobalt, potassium, sodium, iodine. Think of any large molecule minerals and the small ones. CMOS has it. Those of you that are always dealing with ulcer, do you know that stress can cause you ulcer? Stress can cause you ulcer. It can make your body to release more of HCl. There are so many things that stress can do. Stress can cause cancer. So as a nurse, as you are giving back to the community, what are you giving back to yourself? Most nurses are selfish to themselves. If you ask a nurse, how much do you spend on your wellness every month? They'll say, whereas you can just walk into a fruit store, buy some fruit, blend it, drink, and you are good to go. Especially that banana tea for stress, for sleeping well. So making a tablespoon of CMOS to 500 ml of pineapple juice and celery juice is very tasty. You can decide to add apple if you want. But why are we adding celery? Celery is a vegetable that is super good when it comes to detoxing the liver and hydrating the kidneys. You know that stress can lead to hypertension, and hypertension can lead to acute kidney failure. So as nurses, it breaks my heart every time I see a flyer. Oh, let's donate for this nurse cancer. Let's donate for this nurse kidney failure. Let's donate for this nurse this and that. We need, as nurses, we need to charge the healthcare by taking care of ourselves first, nutritionally wise. So aside from that, I'm going to now teach you one. This one is not fruit, but this one is how to use fruit oil. How can you make oil from fruits? so that you can, when you get back from work, when you bathe, you use the oil to massage your neck, to massage your hand. Most of you don't massage yourself. That is why you are always in pains. Self body massage. We call it self body massage. How do you do self body massage? So we are going to take 2 minutes break. We are still here. If you can help me tell the group that we are still here and we are still having the class, I will appreciate it. So while we tell the group, let us also start asking our questions. Okay, so let me take a few minutes and tell them that we are still here. Let me just tell them that we are still here. Live. Okay, so if you can also take time to just type, because if I'm the one typing, it will look like there is no value being gotten here. As I said, I'm doing this because I need to give back to my community. Yeah, okay, someone is asking, where can I get Simos? I'll tell you where you can get Simos. Celery, you can get it from any fruit shop. Simos, we have a lady in UK that sells very good Simos. I'll drop her number here so I'll drop her contact so you can chat her for Simos, or if you have my WhatsApp number, you can chat me. Okay, so now let's get back to class. I hope we are learning. Let's take some time to start asking questions. So the next thing I'll be teaching about stress is warm water therapy. I know this thing looks very simple. It looks very cheap, but I'm not here to sell any product to you. I'm here to tell you what you as a nurse can do for yourself so that as you are helping other people, you will live long. Nurses deserve to live long. In fact, if there is any profession that deserves to live longer than every other profession, nurses. Nurses are the one that will care for you. You will slap them. They will still clean your butt. Nurses are the ones that they will be sick. They will be going through painful period and they will still care for you. So tell me why a nurse should be sick. A nurse does not deserve to be sick because they are actually angels. So we have to do everything possible to make sure that we don't get diagnosed of what we treat. That should be a very powerful prayer. So warm water therapy, if you are a nurse here, I want you to do this for 30 days and get back to me. If you are a nurse here, I want you to do this for 30 days and get back to me. Let me type this lady number that you can get Simos from. If you are a nurse here, I want you to do this for 30 days and get back to me. Warm water therapy. If you ever have pain, or you don't have pain, whatever, every night when you get back from work, drink warm water. If you can, during the day, slice cucumbers inside, go and get a flask or a bottle, slice cucumber inside that your warm water and start drinking warm water. These are for nurses that are always having pains. If you're always complaining of back pain, leg pain, migraine, warm water therapy. Why? I will tell you the reason. I call it fruit water, fruity water. When you slice cucumber or you slice beetroot inside your water. Now, I would advise you to slice beetroot and cucumber together. Why? Because the beetroot is going to give you energy. The cucumber is going to hydrate you. Most of the time when you urinate, you don't urinate only water. So when you drink water too much, you are overhydrating. You are not giving the cells what it needs. And that's the reason why I said you should slice some cucumbers and beetroot in your water and hydrate with warm water. This can help you with lots of blood circulation that can take oxygen and nutrients to the part of your body. And at the end of the day, if a particular part of the body has enough oxygen, of course, you all know what the physiology is all about. There will be less of inflammation. There will be less of pain. Most of the time, you are having pain because you are dehydrated. Most nurses don't drink water. Most nurses, if you see their lunch box, you will see Coke, you will see junks, you will see, you know. So at the end of the day, what are you feeding your body? If a particular disease, you come across a particular disease, how do you think that your body will fight against that disease? How? So this is what we do to our body. Let me put this lady number here. This is where to get Simos, contact for Simos in UK. Simos, hold on, contact in UK. I'll still get back to that. So what we do most time is we don't eat right. We work in an environment that is toxic. We are in contact with sick patients, and then we are stressed. Tell me how a nurse, we go through this, and that nurse, you look at the nurse and you say, oh, I think you are really healthy. So at the end of the day, what we do is we stretch ourselves and stretch and stretch and take shifts until the body collapses. And then you hear that, oh, someone slumped and died. It's not news. We hear this every time, how nurses slump and die. Both in UK and both in Canada or both in any other country that, you know, deserves nurses to work back to back. What will it profit you that you, with all the hard work, with all the IELT, you are in UK, and God forbid your enemy is being diagnosed of kidney failure and you are not able to sort the people that depend on you? So when you think about fruit wellness, think about yourself. Think about yourself. So the fruit infused water would help you, will give you energy, but most importantly, if you're going through pain, it will hydrate your cells, your joints. Most nurses are dehydrated. When you take Coke, are you aware that Coke contains caffeine? Coke can actually dehydrate you. Junks can also dehydrate you. They are taking water because you're not drinking enough water. Averagely, you're supposed to take at least 2 to 2.5 mineralized water. Please, asterisk that. Mineralized water. What is a mineralized water? Mineralized water are just water that contains mineral. How do you get the minerals? From your fruits and vegetables. The water we drink most time, they are no more fortified again. So you can actually make your own water to be mineralized by slicing some fruits inside your water. And I bet you, when you start doing this thing, you will never regret it. Then the last thing I'm going to teach you, as I said, self-body massage. I want you to do something today. You can get coconut oil and get ginger powder. You can always get ginger powder from India stores in the UK or African store. Or you can blend that ginger yourself. When you blend the ginger or the ginger powder, just pour coconut oil on it and leave it for like few days. Let's say 4 to 5 days. And then pour it on handkerchief to remove the oil. You see that oil? That oil is called ginger oil. That oil is very, very good for inflammation and pain. So when you are done with work, let me tell you what you're going to do. You are going to get a bottle. You put water in this bottle and then put it in your freezer. After some time, bring out the water, put this on the floor. Just put the container on the floor and roll your legs on it. Roll your legs on it. At the end of the day, after rolling your legs on it, you use the oil that you have prepared to massage your legs. Why am I giving you this therapy? We nurses, we stand for 12 hours. After you stand for 12 hours, what do you do to your body? Most of us might not be able to say, oh, I want to go for massage, because most massage, the last time I went to the UK, just last week, is from like 60 pounds and above. When we think about it, oh, almost 120,000, I cannot do it. Let me use it to go and buy food. The stress keep building up. But if you don't want to spend 60 to 100 pounds for massage, you can do massage yourself. Once you are done with your 12-hour shift, get a bottle of water, put it in freezer, let it be cold. Just drop it on the floor and roll your legs on it. You are helping yourself. You are helping your body to relieve stress and pain and inflammation. Then afterwards, just that oil you made. If you cannot make the oil, we have pain oil in the UK. We can sell to you. Just use that oil and massage your leg. My dearest colleagues, when you are done with this, you are going to be happy because you will sleep well and you will wake up with very good energy. Why? Because you have been able to increase what we call blood flow. So you're waking up with less pain, you're waking up with energy. So these are the little things we can do for ourselves as nurses that we don't need to break the bank, and we will still get our health back. So with these few points of mine, I hope you've been able to learn at least one thing here. So now I'll be ready to answer questions you have. You can use you can unmute or use the chat button to ask me your questions. You can ask your questions. So I'm going to recap. I mentioned banana tea for very quality sleep. If you're always stressed, wash the back of your banana with apple cider and warm water and boil for 10 minutes. If you want to make juice that can help you to be mentally alert, less anxiety, waking up strong, or reducing the rate at which you are predisposed to stroke, that CMOS is very important. I dropped the number there. Or you can chat me directly on, I'm on WhatsApp, I'm on You People group to send you contact for that. So someone said I should recap on how to make the ginger oil. Just get coconut oil or olive oil. And then get ginger powder from India store or African store, or blend your ginger. You can use 2 tablespoons of ginger paste. Put it in a container and pour the oil on it. You can leave that for some time, or you heat it. You can just get a boiling water, put that container inside that water and heat it for like 10 to 20 minutes. After you heat it, you leave it for some time, for some days. You can do it, you can remove it immediately, or you leave it for like 2 days and remove the oil using sieve. That oil is your ginger oil for pain and inflammation. If you are using the powdered ginger, just get the powdered ginger and pour the oil. Make sure that the oil covers the ginger and leave that ginger and the oil for like 3 to 5 days. After 3 to 5 days, maybe some of them, because of the weather, it would have been like joined together. So you can now get a boiling bowl of water, put that container inside, stir it, and then you can sieve your ginger oil. So if you're having any pains, anytime you experience any pain on your knee, on your leg, especially on our legs, 12 hours is not joke. So these are the things that I said that I was going to help you guys with. And we have a fruit wellness page for our people in UK. Yeah, we have a distributor in UK. So if you're interested in joining my fruit wellness page, where I teach people every week on how to use fruit for their health, I also do free consultation. My consultation is £20, but if you're in my group, most of the time I hardly collect money. And then we also have products that we have a best-selling product that has helped over 20,000 children for cold, cough, and catarrh. You can check on my page, Fruit Clinic Nigeria, on Instagram to see some of the work that we do with fruits. Okay, so if you're interested in my group where we teach people how to use fruit for different health condition, you can still chat. You can, after the Zoom, you can just chat me. I'll send you the link and then you join. What else do we do on that page? We give exclusive discounts to our community members, and because we are also based in UK, we have a distributor in the UK. During winter, we have many people with children that are always having cold, cough, catarrh. We have fruits mix that can help your children with cold and cough within 72 hours and is NAFDAC registered. And then if you also have any other health challenge, maybe your father, your mother, your sister, your family member, and you feel like you want to talk to our team, instead of charging you consultation fee, most of the time, because you are in our group, we don't do that. So these are the part of the things Fruits Clinic Nigeria is all about. Okay, so I'm now ready to answer your question. Do you have any questions? Did you learn anything today? So, because I don't want to bore you, this little thing that I gave to you, I don't think is even little, even if it's free. This information I gave to you is something that if you start in just this night, especially that banana tea, you understand, you will definitely see lots of improvement. Okay, thank you. Someone said, sorry, you were saying something about fruit oil. Is it one we buy in the market, or you can tell us how to make it? Yeah, I explained how to make it, my darling. Yeah. Okay, so now, because you are using it, I'm going to read your question so that I would answer it one by one. You said, I want to get more clarification. When we boil water soluble fruit, do we still have the required vitamin it gives to the body? I love that question. For people with natural fat belly, is there any fruit you can recommend for them to be eating? Well, currently I'm doing a free class on flat tummy, so it's part of advantage of joining my group so that you get more awareness. Last year we helped over 1,000 people. This year we are helping people that are in the group now. There are over 900, and we started the challenge last week. So yes, you can join my program and it's free. Then your third question is, natural fruit and fruit drink with preservative, do you give the same mineral as written out by the manufacturer? No, my love. So natural fruits, for fruits drink with preservative, don't give minerals as written by the manufacturer. But I cannot say much because there are some things we call trade secrets. Do you understand? And that's the reason why I said you should make your own juice yourself. Do you understand? Our own products that we make, we have fermented it, and we know the advantage of fermentation. And that's why we can sell our fruity apple mix. We don't sell juices. We make, so for some of you that don't know what we do, we make tea from fruits. So we make teas like soursop tea, pawpaw tea, hypertension tea, different kinds of tea from both fruit and spices. That's what we do here. Okay, then for your number one question now, my darling, you are not ingesting these fruits that you are using to make oil. You are using it on your skin. So there is no fruit that I didn't mention any fruits that you are boiling. I mentioned ginger, which is a spice. And then I mentioned coconut oil, and the oil is from fruits. And because coconut oil is one oil that it can withstand heat and it will still have its minerals. That's why I say use coconut oil and ginger. I hope you got what I'm saying. Someone said, can a pregnant woman take this juice? 100%, especially that CMOS. A pregnant woman will benefit from that CMOS a lot. Why? Because of the iron content. So if you're a pregnant woman and you are taking iron that is always causing you constipation, you might decide to replace it with CMOS. So read about it. It's a very powerful product. It's a very powerful plant. It contains so many minerals. Okay, so Amauba, I hope I answered your question. So for the number one question, you are using a spice and coconut oil, which is a fruit oil, and coconut oil can actually withstand heat. So you don't have there is no challenge on that. Please ask me questions. Is there anything you did not understand? Do you need any clarification? Do you need any clarification on this? On this lecture that we did? And as I said, after the Zoom, if you now want to join my my class, my free group for strictly UK people, I call it UK Wellness group, so you can join. My contact is on that page. I'm the one sending the Zoom link, so you can just chat me directly. For glowing skin or erectile dysfunction, I'm going to tell you the secret here. For erectile dysfunction, if you are a woman here and you have a man, or you're a man here, I want you to listen to this very carefully. If you want to help anybody with erectile dysfunction, focus on the heart. So I am now going to give you the things that you will do for 21 days, and that man erection will get back to life, no matter how dead it is. You have to focus on the heart, because sometimes erectile dysfunction can be as a result of diabetes, hypertension, right? Some can be as a result of the mind. So I am going to give you a general thing so that you can work on it. So number one thing, if anybody is having erectile dysfunction, don't answer anybody that tell you to come and buy product. Start exercising only 10 minutes every day, dancing. Either you are dancing or you are jogging or you are skipping. You must shake your body. You have to take blood flow towards that part. Then after that, you are going to do this recipe: ginger, garlic, and sea moss with honey goat weed. Let me write it out.
No, make a buy for you.
Ginger, garlic. So I'm treating the erectile dysfunction first before the glowing skin. So let me type it out: ginger, garlic, sea moss, and honey goat weed. If you don't have the stress to do all this, we have the product in UK, and then you just get. So you see this ginger, garlic, and honey goat weed, it's going to fix any erectile dysfunction. Why? Your sea moss contains zinc. Zinc is one of the most important minerals when it comes to men's health. That sea moss and the honey goat weed, the ginger and the garlic. Why do you think we're adding the ginger and the garlic? Garlic contains what we call allicin, and ginger contains what we call gingerol. When you combine allicin and gingerol together, what it does is that it will help for blood flow towards the penile area. So imagine combining exercise and this product. Then last but not the least, I will not lie to you, that man has to reduce or stop alcohol intake. And that person has to be drinking lots of smoothies. Smoothies like, I can tell you to do beetroot, avocado, and banana. You see these three fruits? Let me tell you why. Avocado has potassium, very great for the heart. If you have a fruit that is helping you to let the heart pump enough blood, and then beetroot contains nitrate that is helping your blood vessel to dilate for easy blood flow. And then you have banana, which also contains potassium that plays a role when it comes to the heart rhythm. Tell me why the man will have erectile dysfunction. So that is it. Then also make sure that this man is not dealing with diabetes and hypertension. So if the man is dealing with those two, you need to make sure that those readings are under control. But we say with that sea moss, I've mentioned sea moss more than 10 times now. That sea moss is like an umbrella. If you want to know more about this, just go to my page, fruitclinic_ng. So when you start seeing the testimonials of people, you will understand that something like this work. Now for glowing skin, carrots, tomato juice, and sea moss. These three combination, your tomato juice contains lycopene, your carrot juice contains carotene, and then your sea moss, because of the vitamin C content, it also helps you to glow. Now, let me tell you something, my darling. The person that is talking about fertilizer. We did a research recently in Canada here where I'm studying, and we found out that we did a research on, we have 10 set of people that were not taking fruits because they felt it has fertilizer. And then we had another set that, okay, the fruit has fertilizers, but they were taking it. We realized that the people that were even taking those fruits that they even cultivated with fertilizer were healthier than those that were not taking. So this is the trick. When you buy your fruits, make sure you have apple cider vinegar and warm water to wash. Because, my darling, at the end of the day, all the food, all the fruits, everything has been compromised, including the medication. What about the medication that we produce from plants? Do they not use fertilizer to bring out those pharmaceutical plants? Then they will now process the plants to what? To medicine. What if those things contain fertilizer? No wonder some of the medications are no more working. So for me to alleviate your fear is to let you know that whenever you're buying fruit and you're not sure if it is organic or not, wash it with apple cider. And then that CMOS is one thing that many people cannot fake, because you will see the fake one, because it is a plant that is from the sea, from ocean. It grows on the rock. So that one alone can even help you. But aside from that, other fruits, just make sure you wash with apple cider vinegar and warm water, and you are good to go. I came to UK last week and I saw some of their fruits. I ate their bananas. I was doing some research, and at the end of the day, my darling, I just realized that it is better that you are taking fruits, whether they use fertilizer or not on it, in as much as it is not a genetically modified fruit. In Nigeria, most people use fertilizer, but they tell you they don't use fertilizer. So to be on a safe side, we can use warm water and apple cider vinegar to wash properly. Then we can now use our fruits. So before we end this, I'm going to teach you guys how to make fruit swallow. How many of you have heard of fruit swallow? So fruit swallow, how do you make fruit swallow? Why do we make fruit swallow? Fruit swallow is a way of introducing fiber into one's diet so that we don't have risks for colon cancer. Now, I know we are talking about stress, but do you know that most nurses stress eat? Because you're tired when you get back to work, you don't have the energy to cook. So when you get to work, you're drinking Coke and you're taking junks, bread, pasta. And at the end of the day, this can contribute to colon cancer. For how to identify genetically produced fruit, if you are in my group, maybe one day I can decide to teach it, because I do professional training. So these are the things I teach in my class, you know. So if someday I just wake up and be like, okay, let me teach my community, that day I can teach it. You understand? So for the colon health, you need to be able to eat fiber as much as you can. And one way to eat fiber is through swallow. So you can decide to blend cucumber and oats together and make it as cucumber swallow. This swallow is very, very good if you're always having constipation or you have ulcer. Cucumber and oats. You can decide to blend unripe banana. Have you heard of unripe banana swallow? This swallow is very good if you are having hypertension or ulcer. Go and read on benefit of unripe banana swallow. So fruit therapy, you can use fruits to do many things. You can use fruits to do many things. Okay? So we have just 4 minutes because this class is supposed to be 1 hour. We have just 4 minutes, and that 4 minutes I will use it to drop my contact. And then my UK distributor. So if you want to get original CMOS, you can chat us up. We're in the UK. You can always get it. But before you buy any product from me, please go and check on my page and see what we do so that you will be familiar with some of the things we do here. Yeah, unripe plantain is good if you don't have risks for constipation. But what I'm teaching today is unripe banana. Unripe plantain is amazing. People have been using it, beautiful. But because we're talking about fruit therapy, if you're always having constipation, especially for a pregnant woman, please try and avoid unripe plantain swallow all the time. You go for unripe banana if you can afford it. You just get banana unripe, get it, slice it, remove the back, slice it and blend it and make your swallow with okra soup. You are good to go. Many people don't know that the reason why they have constipation all the time is because they eat unripe plantain unripe plantain swallow. It has a lot of iron but less fiber because it has been processed. But when you blend the banana together, when you blend it fresh like that, you have so many. Yeah, I have a book, but recently I've not been selling my book because I want to update it. I want to update the book. But I will tell you, if you are in my group, you will benefit so much. You benefit so much. Okay. Someone said, when is the best time to have our fruit? Before or after food? I know there are some fruit that contain acidic. Yes, my darling. So I'm going to answer that question. I'm going to answer that question, and I will give you the scientific rationale, right? The best time to take your fruit is in the morning, and I will tell you why. When you sleep, your body is detoxing. Your body is eliminating. So in the morning, whatever you give your body that time, it will either shut the body down or help the body to open up for toxins to come out. And that's why they call it breakfast. Your body has been in a fasting mood for like 4, 5, 6 hours. So when you wake up in the morning, the best time to take fruit is in the morning, especially water hydrating fruit like watermelon, cucumber, banana, avocado. Please take note of these 4 fruits. Then any other fruits like apple, oranges, you can take it after food, and I will tell you why. Just as somebody said, because of the citric, because of the acid. Yeah. And also because that acid can either help you to digest your food. We all know that hydrochloric acid in the stomach is very good for digesting food. The reason why most of you are having bloating is because you have used omeprazole to reduce your stomach acid. So at the end of the day, when you eat, your food is not getting digested. But I'm not going to talk so much here because there are so many things to learn from me once you are in our UK wellness group or you follow us on Instagram. Do you understand? So many things. But what I will tell you is that first thing to take in the morning is your fruit is the best thing to take in the morning. Another thing again is fruit fasting. If you've not been doing fruit fasting, I will advise you once in a week or once in 2 weeks. Just, in fact, three times in a week. Do this challenge and you will see that you are not always tired or weak. When you wake up in the morning, drink your warm water or hot water. If you don't have ulcer, you can add lemon. If you have ulcer, you can just add a little bit of turmeric because that will help your liver to detox. After you take your warm water, just eat a bowl of fruits. Either a bowl of pawpaw, a bowl of watermelon, a bowl of cucumber, a bowl of avocado. If you do this for 1 week, I bet you, eat fruits before 1 p.m. So it means that from 9 a.m. to like 12 p.m., all you are taking is fruits. Then from 1 p.m., you can start eating cooked meal. Now, listen to me. Your body is made up of enzymes. Your body is made up of water. Your body is made up of mineral. When you wake up in the morning and you are taking tea and bread, when you wake up in the morning and you are eating rice, you are giving your body dead meal. Why? Because you are eating dead enzymes. You don't have raw food that contains enzymes. That's why you're always sick. So when you start eating fruits, anything before 12 p.m., let it be warm water, fruits, nuts. Then from 12 p.m., you can start eating cooked meal. If you do this consistently for 1 week, do you know what you will notice? Your energy level will be high. Those of you that have protruding tummy, you will see a reasonable amount of what do they call it? Significance change. And then lastly, some of you that don't go to toilet all the time, some of you stay 2 days without using the toilet, there is risk for colon cancer. Go and read it. Constipation is not a good thing, and stress can cause it. So if I were you, the 15 of us here, if we can do a challenge, tomorrow is September 1st. If we can do a challenge, you wake up in the morning, you drink your warm water, you eat a bowl of any fruit of your choice, either pawpaw, watermelon, avocado, and cucumber. The reason why I mentioned this set of fruit is because these are the set of fruit that you can eat that can hold you for you not to get hungry, especially avocado. Who can tell me the reason? So let's do a little classwork. Who can tell me why out of cucumber, watermelon, pawpaw, and avocado, who can tell me why I said avocado will hold you more than other fruits? Let's do some quiz. Okay, contains more fat. Amazing. Let's get more answer. Oh, amazing, because it's fat soluble. Yeah, that's an amazing answer. So avocado contains fats, unsaturated omega-3 fatty acid. And why do you think? Because it has more fat? Is because when your fat is giving you your fat, if you eat a quantity of a particular fruit and you eat avocado the same quantity, this avocado will give you more kilojoules. If you did physics, it will give you more kilojoules. It will give you more energy. So if you want to be energetic, if you want to make an energetic smoothie, now let me now give you a free recipe so that it will not be boring. Let's give a free recipe on how to make energetic smoothie that you can make. Put in your flask and go to work. You need 1 to 2 avocado. You need 3 pieces of banana, 1 date, 1 apple, then pineapple optional. You see this combo? If you cut it and frozen it before you blend it, you will never want to take any other smoothie again for energy, because this smoothie is going to hold you. It's going to hold, like, it can hold you for good 4 hours. I'm not joking. You have fat, you have potassium in your banana, you have iron from your dates, you have vitamin C from your pineapple, and you also have vitamin C from your apple. And remember, I told you that iron can be absorbed in what? In the presence of vitamin C. So you are getting iron from your dates and you're getting vitamin C from your apple and your pineapple, where you are getting your what? Your unsaturated fat from your fat from your avocado, and you are getting your potassium from your bananas. So with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to impact you, and I hope that we would manage stress properly. Okay, so I'm going to end the live. I'll put my contact here. You can reach me via WhatsApp from tomorrow. I don't work on Sunday, so if you reach me this evening, I can tell my staff to just send you our wellness page to join. And then if you want to get CMOS, we have a distributor in the UK. I've put her number there. I'll still put her number again, but I'll put my own WhatsApp number where I am more accessible on WhatsApp. So let me put my number for those of you that need it. You can also follow my page on Instagram. My page is fruitclinic_. We teach a lot on fruit therapy. fruitclinic_NG for Instagram. Then my phone number 08101850277. Yeah, and then this is my distributor number. Let me get her number. Distributor in the UK. Now, I'm very hopeful that very soon, when you guys start seeing my page, you will start having interest on things like this. So as nurses, it's very important that we have knowledge on this, such that we might decide to, I want to build a career on something like this very soon. So when I now want to train, I can train. So my phone number, I'm very active on WhatsApp, 08101850277. So we send you the link, you just join. Once in a while we do a lot of free things. Currently I'm doing a flat tummy class. I can also add you people free of charge from Monday, please. We do a lot of free training. You can check our Instagram at fruitsclinic_ng so that you see some of the things that fruits can do. And this knowledge will also help you with your patients. I know that UK can be tight, but you have family members, you have mothers, you have fathers, you have siblings that are suffering from arthritis, hypertension, and you are tired of prescribing drugs for them that you know that it might not be so good for their health. So this knowledge of fruit therapy is something you can also share to them, right? So it's so nice to have you guys on board, and I am looking forward to us creating more good relationship and making sure that you don't allow stress to take away your life, because nurses are amazing. I'm a nurse by profession too, so I know how we give back to the society, and we don't deserve to be sick. We don't deserve to be sick. Okay, so take care and God bless you. Bye.